どうも皆様、おはようございます。月峰隆一でございます。テリングライズ続きをプレイしていきましょう。まだまだね、気になることはたくさんあるんですけれども、現状、ローラ、エマスのお母さんが言っていた、ね、ダニエルという名前が出てきたんですよ。昔のね、人なのかな、昔の旦那さんが恋人かっていうところだと思うんですけど、意外にね、映像が5つというふうに意外に出てきたので、どういう人なんだろうという気になっているところでございます。で、今回7分近い映像がありますので、そこからプレイしていきましょう。
Miss you too, babe. Sure. Yeah. Spootin'. Oh, you mean Rumpelstiltskin? Okay. Is Mama still there? Okay. I guess I'll speak to her later. Okay. So once upon a time there was a girl who had long blonde hair that people said looked like gold. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? There was a girl called... Okay, so Emma, she has long blonde hair, and she really wants to marry the prince. But she's just a farmer's daughter, right? Well, one day the king comes riding through her village to water his horses, and she hears about it, and so she urges her father to go to the king and boast about his daughter and her long, beautiful hair. And while he's doing that, she quickly throws on some of her best jewelry, but when her father stands before the king, he gets really nervous and he misspeaks, and he tells the king that his daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king is intrigued. He asks the girl to confirm, is this true? Can you spin straw to gold? But she wants to win the king's favor, so Emma says, yes, I can spin gold from straw. But the king's no fool, so he decides to call her bluff, and he proposes a challenge. If you can turn straw into gold, you may marry my son, the prince, but if not, you will be exiled, which means kicked out. Well, Emma, she's unable to refuse such an offer, so she accepts. And the king takes her to his castle, and he locks her into one of his towers. And there in the tower room is a spinning wheel with a large pile of straw. And he says he'll return in the morning to see if she can actually spin this straw into gold. Well, Emma, she spends all night trying to think of some excuse or, clever way to get out of this situation. But as dawn approaches, nothing. She really starts to worry. And that is when a strange man appears. And he asks her if she has a wish. And she says, I wish to turn this straw into gold. And he says, I can do that, but you must give me your necklace. Well, the girl quickly takes off her necklace, and the imp sits at the spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins all of the straw into a large pile of golden thread. And then there's a knock at the door, and the imp disappears, and the king comes in, and he sees the small pile of gold, and he's amazed, but he's a little suspicious. So he moves the girl to a second tower, and this time there's a much larger pile of straw. Okay, and again, it's the same challenge. You spin that straw into gold, marry the prince. If not, you're kicked out of the kingdom. And yet again, just by morning, the girl, she waits, and again, there's nothing. She can't do it. But right then, that imp appears again, and this time he asks for her ring. And so she gives him her ring. He sits down, he spins that much larger pile of straw into gold, and boom, disappears right at dawn, right before the king walks in, and he sees this larger pile of gold, and he's almost convinced. But for a final time, the king moves that girl to a third tower where there is a huge pile of straw. And he locks the door again. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But this time, the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry to give him. What can she do? Well, the imp, he smiles, and he tells her that if she will give him her firstborn child, then he will spin the straw into gold. Well, Emma, she has no option but to say yes. So the imp, he sits at the spinning wheel and he spins that huge pile of straw into golden thread. and he disappears right before dawn, and the king walks in and he opens the door, and the king is amazed. He says, I thought you were lying, but you are for real. And the very next day, the girl is married to the prince. And on her wedding day, she smiles wider than she's ever smiled before. And her hair shines like gold itself. And a year later, Princess Emma gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. And later that week, she's putting that little baby into a cot when suddenly that little man appears again, that imp, and he says, I have come for what is mine, the baby. And the princess, she begs and begs and please, no, don't take my baby, I'll give you anything. She offers him all the riches in the kingdom. She offers him everything, but he refuses. So she gets on her knees and she pleads, please, please, I'll give you anything. And she says, okay, if you can guess my name, I will not take your baby. But if you cannot, the baby is mine. I will give you 3 guesses. And then he disappears. And the princess, she's terrified. So she calls in all of her staff and all the spies and the soldiers or anyone who has a horse to go and scour the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. And the next day, the first spy returns and he tells her, oh, okay, sure. Okay, Daniel. So the imp appears and he asks if she has a guess, and she says, Daniel? But the imp laughs, wrong, 2 more guesses, and he disappears. And the very next day, another spy returns. But this time he says that he's heard villagers talking about a strange man who lives in the mountains. Now, No, honey, that would end the story too soon. A little too soon. Ah, okay, all right. Well, okay, in that case, the spy returns and says Rumpelstiltskin is this strange man's name, and the princess waits in her room, and at midnight the imp arrives, and he says, now your second guess, and he cackles, he's gonna rub in his hands, and the princess smiles and looks him in the eye, and she says, Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp is amazed. I mean, he's so surprised that he faints like right in front of her, and Emma has him arrested and thrown in the deepest, darkest dungeon, and she lives happily ever after in the end. Okay. Good night. I love you. Hey.
はい。なんかおとぎ話だったね。なんか、ダニエルとか、なんかすごい長い名前が出てきましたけど。多分これ対応してんだろうな。3時間ずれだし、同じ6時6時じゃない、6分56秒だし。多分、アルバに、ね、娘のアルバに対しておとぎ話をしてるんだと思います。まあ、全く同じおとぎ話だと思うけど。
Daniel, like Mama's Papa.
まあまあ、1からいきましょう。けど、ちょっと微妙に、今気になること言ってたね。ダニエルっていうのが、お母さんのパパ。まあ、要はおじいちゃんだね。この人、アルバにしてみれば。はい。というところで、再生しましょう。
It's Daddy.
Dada, I miss you. I'm very tired. Can I have a bedtime story? Can you tell me Rasputin again? Yes, that one. No, she went to her room. Can we give her a name? Emma, like Mama. Daniel, like Mama's papa. Rumpelstiltskin. I'm getting tired. That was a good story, but I am very sleepy now. I love you too, Dada.
はい。というところでね、子供の、ね、キャラクターっていうか、お話の昔話のね、名前付け以外はほぼほぼのセリフがなかったですけど、そうなぁ。まあ、ちょいちょいね、無言部分はカットさせていただきましたけど、多分カットしてると思うんですけどね。あとは、ダニエル。で、結構ここで分かったことは、ダニエルっていうのは、あれだね。エマのお父さんだということが分かりますね。で、ローラの多分旦那さんなんだろうね。ローラってこの方ね。で、多分、ローラはちょっと認知症かなんかなのかな。ちょっとね、言動がちょいちょいおかしいっていうか、記憶が混同してる感がいろいろあるんでね。デビッドのことを、ポールっていうふうに呼んだりとか、ただ、そのポールが何者なのかとかね、ちらわからないところがあるんだけど、あと、人の名前でいくつかね、出てないのは、まあ、あるんですけど、まあ、以前も言った通りに、基本的に4人の登場人物がメインになってまして、まあ、ね、エマさん、エヴァさん、ミシェル、あとデイビッド。で、基本的にデイビッドを中心に、3つの、ね、3人のストーリーというかね、派閥というわけじゃないよ、カテゴリーがあるような感じがするんですよ。それを考えるとね、いろいろ考えるところはあるんですけど、現状ね、あと出てないというか、出てる名前が、ピーター。このピーターっていう名前は、ピーターっていう名前はエヴァーさんの方面の登場人物だよね。
Hey, what's
ちょっと待ってね。はい、再生。
This is nice.
Yeah, you want a beer or something?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, Wesley, he didn't mean anything by what he said today, right?
Sure.
Yeah, he's actually a really friendly guy. He just gets nervous around new people, thinks they're all thrill seekers, and he's jealous.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because he used to drive us everywhere.
Oh, I got a bigger van.
You've got a big fan. The male ego is a terrible thing.
It is. Yeah, cheers, man.
Cheers to that.
Hey, what's the deal with Abe and Peter?
You know, I asked him not to come to that party.
Oh, yeah? Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I am uncomfortable. But look, this is not my place. If you want to know about this, you need to speak to Ava.
I'm speaking to you. Tell me.
I should have done better.
Okay. What happened?
Peter was our missing stair, and everybody else knew, but I was slow to catch on. He liked to give girls drugs. He'd make videos sometimes. He said it was consensual. But sometimes the girls would wake up and they didn't know what had happened.
Fuck, Eric.
By the time I found out, it was old news, you know, and I told myself, it's just the scene. There's lots of drugs and sex going on, and you know, Ava was attracted to Peter. Peter knew who all the bands were. Ava wanted to make a name for herself. She was very impressed by him, okay? So
How old was Ava?
she said she was 18, but she wasn't. So Ava accused Peter, and everybody took sides, and I told myself that I needed to be impartial, and I let her down.
Yeah, you didn't protect her?
What was I supposed to do, David? Call the police?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're already looking for any excuse to take us down. I couldn't do that. I didn't even have any facts. I told myself it was a private matter between two people.
Mm-hmm.
It was a one-off, and I just didn't want to see a pattern there.
Now?
Peter is trying to be a good man.
Yeah. And you, I mean.
What about me?
Well, he's still out there walking the streets, so I'm not so sure. But I mean, how are you gonna make this right?
I don't think I can make this right, David. Not now.
Well, brother, it's never too late. You know?
I gotta smoke.
No, not in here. Gotta smoke up on the roof. I'll go with you. My landlord's got rules about smoking.
Great.
はい。なんかね、エヴァとピーターの間でね、問題があったというのが分かりましたけど、なんか今、ウェスリーっていう、ね、新しい人の名前が出てきたような感じだね。人の名前だけであっという間にいろいろいっぱいになっちゃいますけど。あと、そうね。これ、なんか、こいつと次のやつは、どうも、対になってる感があるから、また次回にしましょう。ちょっとね、短いけど、今回はここまでにしましょう。なんか、なんかね、時系列って言っていいのかな？なんだろう、本当になんか、エマの方の話と、エヴァ、特にエマさんね、ご夫婦の、アルバの娘さんがいる方、あっちの方の話、ね、なんて言うんだろう、エマさんのお母さんのローラのね、言ってるところがちょっと認知症っていうね、決定打がないけど、なんかダニエルだとかね、デイビッドだとかポールっていう名前がちょいちょい出てきて、誰が誰なのかっていうね、 誰が誰なのかっていうのは何があったのかとかっていうのはわかんないんだよね。ダニエルさんっていうのはどうもローラの旦那さん、エマのお父さんっぽいっていうのは分かったんだけども、そこがね、その辺の話とエヴァさん、ミシェルさんがどう関係してくるのかっていうのが、まだまだわからないところではございますけどね。それではご視聴どうもありがとうございました。また次回お会いしましょう。またね。